Peace breaks out across the land. Peace is not a treaty. It is not the pause between wars. It is not a quiet moment after chaos. It is what remains when the mind stops arguing with what is. When peace breaks out, it does not march through capitals or appear on screens. It breaks the thought system that believes it must be earned. It spreads like light through a house once the blinds are raised. The ego believes peace is an outcome. It says, once the bills are paid, once the body is safe, once they apologize, then peace. It ties peace to conditions and conditions to control. But peace has never been conditional. It was never lost. It only seemed hidden behind the smoke of judgment. The Course says, I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. That is peace. The remembrance of changelessness. It cannot be given or taken away because it is not of time. Imagine then peace breaking out, not as rebellion but as recognition, not as a ceasefire but as a collapse of the false premise that there was ever a war. Across the land, every mind lays down its arms. Neighbors stop defending names, flags, pronouns and pasts. Arguments dissolve mid-sentence because there is nothing left to win. The body, relieved of its imaginary mission, becomes quiet, like a tool set down by a worker who remembers the job was finished long ago. Can peace break out? Yes, because illusion must break for truth to shine through. It is not peace that erupts, but the lie that cracks. The lie that said something went wrong, that something was taken, that something must be fixed. When that lie breaks, what remains is peace. Father, your peace is mine. What need have I to fear that anything can rob me of what you would have me keep? Who can rob me? Can the church, the government, the spouse? Only the belief that something real can be stolen could make such a robbery seem possible. Peace breaks out the instant the mind stops policing itself. It breaks out when guilt resigns its post as warden. It breaks out when the prisoner realizes the door was never locked. I need do nothing. This is the practice. Not passivity, but profound alignment. The moment doing ceases to be an attempt to replace being, peace appears, not as a result, but as revelation. Today let every act, no matter how small, be a witness to what is already true. Feeding the dog, paying the bill, watching the sky. Each can be done in quiet recognition that nothing is missing. Peace is not in the act, but in the awareness that performs it. The ego moves because stillness feels like death to it. But true peace is not motionless. It is the stillness that holds all motion. When peace breaks out across the land itself is seen anew. Grass no longer grows to die, it grows to shine. Mountains no longer divide, they rise in praise. And every neighbor is seen not as other but as echo. There is no outbreak of peace without the breaking of perception. The glass of judgment must shatter. The mirrors of grievance must fall. Then, without the distortion, the reflection of God appears everywhere. Peace breaks out when cause and effect are reversed again. When the mind remembers it is the cause and the world the effect. No one brings peace to the world. Peace brings the world to its senses. Let it break. Let the false idols of productivity and protection crumble. Let the endless repairs of self-improvement stop mid-swing. The land does not need rebuilding, only remembering. I am still as God created me. Say it and feel the tremor of illusion giving way. The earth does not quake, perception does. And in that gentle rumble, peace breaks out. Imagine, if you will, a planet where every hand unclenches, every tongue softens, and every border fades, not because someone won, but because no one needed to. The outbreak began in a single mind that refused to fight itself, and the contagion was called peace.